Hi everybody, my name is Ian Vair and you're watching The Green Mountain Chef, coming from the studios of PEG TV right here in Rutland, Vermont. We have a lovely show in store for you today. We've decided to call it Farmer's Market to Table. Now, I'm going to say that because I'm a vendor at the local Vermont Farmer's Market and I spend a lot of time there, but what I do pay attention to is the other vendors. We have many farmers and many people making crafts at the local Vermont Farmers Market that are lovely. And these are folks from our local community, our friends, making excellent food that most likely is going to be organic. Now, as I went around and made my grocery list, what happened is I talked to my friends and other vendors at the Vermont Farmers Market. They began donating some nice product to me. I got some lovely, really delicious organic kale. We also got some organic sweet potatoes, which I'm roasting off right now. We have some onions and some garlic, and I decided to bring along a few of my own organic wild foraged morel mushrooms. And to top it all off, we have a lovely sirloin steak. So I'd like to thank the Burger Farm, Boardman Hill Farm, and Foggy Meadow. Thank you to my friends and other vendors at the Vermont Farmers Market. So, what are we making today? Well, I've already listed our ingredients. Let's see where we start. Well, when we're cooking at home, say we go into the farmer's market and we say, I like this product, I like that product. What am I going to cook with it tonight? Well, generally, the chef in me likes to pick out some things that are organic and look really nice and that are local, which is exactly what we've done. So what is going to take the longest on today's show is going to be look at this funny looking sweet potato. Yeah, that's right. It's delicious. It's organic. It won't take as long to cook as one of those big hormone-filled potatoes that you might find at your grocery store. This guy's lovely and organic. So how do we do this? I'm going to lay it down on a piece of aluminum foil, have a little olive oil. Olive oil's one of the healthiest oils that we can put in our bodies. Give this a little rub. Rub-a-dub-dub, the sweet potato, not in our tub. Hey, I can't help it, guys. I'm a fun guy. All right, we're just going to wrap this up. I have my oven on 425 degrees. About an hour should be just fine in the oven. An hour on 425. Okay, so the potato is in. Now let's grab this lovely, it's such a beautiful steak, I actually thought it was a New York strip. This is actually a sirloin. Let me turn on my heat. I like to start on high and then turn it down to medium. That ensures a really nice, good sear. Okay? And before I put the steak in the pan, I want the pan to be hot. Now for this one, I'm going to use avocado oil, not the olive oil. Why do I want to do that? Well, avocado oil has a smoke point. That's the temperature that it can rise to before it begins to smoke. Its smoke point is nearly 200 degrees higher than olive oil. Wow. So if I'm going to sear something really delicious, I need an oil with a high smoke point. Avocado is my personal favorite. So this sirloin steak, let's keep it simple. Back in the day when I worked with Ruth's Chris Steakhouse, they kept it simple. Great cuts of meat and some salt and pepper. Taste the steak. This is local organic meat. This is kosher salt that I have here. Just some plain kosher salt, fine ground. We have some fine ground black pepper. Yum, yum. I love it. Let's flip sides here. Go for the salt again, the kosher salt. Got our black pepper. Okay, our pan has been getting hot for almost a couple minutes now. I'm going to bring this slightly closer to us. We're close to the camera. We began, like I said, on high. I'm turning it down to medium. We have our avocado oil, just a little bit more. Now, if you put this oil in your pan and it begins to smoke all over the place, pull your pan off the heat. It's a little too hot, okay? We don't want to set the smoke alarms off in the studio, and you don't want to do that at home either. So this looks pretty good. I like a little bit more. There's many cooking methods to French cooking. There's 12 to be exact, and that's how I am trained. I'm a classically culinary trained French chef. This was a lot of fun. School was a lot of fun over 20 years ago. And for many years, I've cooked at home, I've cooked in restaurants, and at this point in my life, I enjoy cooking for everyone out there, on the air, all around. I hope everyone enjoys this. Okay. When we put this in the pan, you should hear a all right? That's what we're looking for. The key to saute, and this is what we're doing, even though we call it a sear, we're sauteing this. The key to a good saute is a hot pan. When I worked at the best steakhouses, they had huge griddles, really hot, 500 degrees, and we'd put those steaks on, and they were just fabulous. Now this sirloin, me personally, I like about a medium, all right? That might only take, could be 2 or 3 minutes on each side. It's fairly thin. Like I said, this almost looks like a New York strip because it actually has a strip of fat going down the side. It's very, very lean. All right, my oil has starting to get some legs on it, starting to talk to me a little bit. It's time. You ready? 1, 2, 3. All right, excellent. I'm going to leave that there for a few minutes. Let's see. Now we have a lot of other products to think about here. What else are we going to make? I brought this home and I said, what would the audience enjoy the most? Seared steak, some caramelized onions. I'm going to chop up a little garlic to go with that. Oh yeah, I brought a little red wine. Sounds good. And of course, my favorite, the morel mushroom, the golden morel. For those mycology enthusiasts out there, the Morchella esculenta. These guys present themselves every May in our area, in Vermont. May time comes, it's time to find the morels. Now, right now it isn't quite May. The season has got a few more months from where we're filming right now. These are actually preserved from last year, which is fine, which is great about mushrooms is you can dry them out. Whether it's in your oven or in a dehydrator or freeze-dried, it's quite nice. So let me demonstrate how to work with our onion, our sliced onion, okay? Most people can slice an onion, no big deal. The chef's just going to demonstrate a slightly easier method that's very consistent, and every time you will have your product just the way you like it. Okay, so we're going to take root side down, okay? We want to take the top side of the onion and just pull that right off. Turn it over, cut it in half. We're going to peel the skin off. Steak is cooking nicely. Thanks again to my friends from the Burger Farm. This steak that they donated was fabulous. Okay, so this onion, how do we want to do this? We could either cut straight across and have long slices, okay, like so, or I could cut through, same method, and there's a few pieces in here with these wintertime onions that I'm not happy with. That's okay. These guys are organic. There's no hormones in these. No big deal. Let's go for the same method with the other side. I think I want these to be longer though. So we have some short, we have some long. We've got a few pieces to kick out of here. No big deal. Plenty of onions. This is just for a tapenade that we're making for a steak. Excellent. All right, so we have our onions. Now, garlic. Some people don't like to work with garlic because it's a pain in the neck. That's all right. It's pretty easy to work with, to be honest with you. So we're going to break this open a little bit. You see we have the whole clove. Let me show that on camera here. We have the whole clove. Excuse me, the whole bulb. See, the chef doesn't know everything he's talking about. We have the whole garlic bulb here, and we're going to break off the cloves. All right, we have several of them. Now, that's kind of the easy part. Where do we go from here? I like to smush it, all right? And when you do that, the garlic pops right out. We'll do it again. I don't know that we need all this garlic, but just in case, I'm going to go ahead and do it. Chef Ian Vair, the Green Mountain Chef, farmer's market to table. That's kind of fun. That's what we get to do here in Vermont. We get to take organic, locally grown product from friends and sometimes family, bring it right to the table. So that's what I'm doing here today. Have some nice product from some great friends at the Vermont Farmers Market. Okay. Now, with the garlic, I'm going to cut off the very top of that. It's a little firm. Not quite as good to eat. Okay. Get rid of that. If I was making a stock, I would likely use that in a stock. Now, I'm going to slice this. Now, always when we're using our knife like this and we're slicing, we want to keep our fingers tucked and our thumb back. Okay? And that way the fingers are just a guide for the knife. Very, very important. Almost never does the chef cut himself. Sometimes there's a accident, but accidents happen. Almost finished. Okay, so we have the garlic sliced, and then I'm going to put my hand firmly right on top of the knife. Okay? And I'm just pivoting that across the board. You see how I'm doing, folks? Just a nice pivot. Keeping my fingers straight, my hands straight and firm. Okay. That's good. Get that off of there. Put these over here. Now let's take a look at this steak again. I think she's ready to flip. Yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. I'm excited. I think I get to have this for dinner, actually. But you see how we have a nice sear. Really, really nice. Look at that color in there. And that's just salt and pepper, folks. You're going to be able to really taste the flavor of this organic, local, grass-fed beef. Yum. Yum. I'm excited. So, we have our onions ready. We have our garlic ready to go. We have some beautiful kale. Let's take a look at this kale. Now, a lot of people say, ooh, kale, I don't like it. It's too fibrous. All right? I don't like the way it tastes. It's got this big stalk down the center. Well, let me tell you first, take the stalk off. And to do that, you're just going to kind of pinch the kale right along the stalk, and it's going to pull all the yumminess right off. All right? That just pulls right out. And we're going to discard this part of it. Okay? You see the difference here, everyone? All right. Keep going. Yum, yum, give me some local farmers market. You gotta love it, folks. The farmers market goes year-round in Vermont. We've had a few locations, but check us out online, the Vermont Farmers Market, and we are outdoors 6 months of the year and indoors 6 months of the year. Please check us out. Come on down. There's a lot of prepared food. There's a lot of farmers. There's all kinds of vendors there with crafts that have excellent products. Come on down and support us. All right, this kale's close. All right, again, we're going to discard all of the stalks. The steak is looking white, nice. What's next? All right, so what we need, this steak is close. This pan that I've cooked our sirloin steak in has a lot of flavor, All right, so what we're going to do is use this same pan to get flavor with our onions and our garlic and to create a sauce for our steak. All right, won't take long. Not a big deal. Yum. There's some wine to go in there. We're going to deglaze. We still have about 15 minutes of our show. No worries. This is going to be great. It's going to be a snap. This is just what it's like at home. Okay? A meal doesn't have to be some great big production. Just because it's on television doesn't mean that you can't do it at home. Head down to your grocery store. Head down to your farmer's market. Pick out some product that looks nice. Follow the chef. The chef's been to culinary school. You follow specific protocol and cooking methods, and things get a lot easier. It doesn't get to be a chore or a task. It gets to be fun. And then you can look in the mirror and say, hey, I'm a fun guy. Kind of like the chef does. Sorry, guys. I got to play a little bit on camera. Got to have a little bit of fun. All right, so our steak looks gorgeous. I'm feeling it right now. There's a little bit of blood coming out of it, but it's nice, okay? It's, by the touch, it's about medium rare to almost medium. We're going to let it rest for about 10 minutes before we plate up. So let's put that right there, and these onions are going right in. Almost. We want a little bit of caramelization there. I have some red wine. All right, before we add the red wine, let's add a little bit of garlic. We don't want to burn the garlic, okay? Let's just put a little bit in there, maybe a hint more oil. Okay, we're going to sweat this garlic. We don't want it to be burned and brown. It's going to ruin the flavor. But if we just sweat it, what's going to do is it's going to eliminate that bite that some of you don't like. And it's going to bring out the aromatics of the garlic. Delish. Okay? All right, it's just starting. We've got a little bit of Cabernet Sauvignon. Don't need much. We're not getting drunk here. We're just getting some flavor. We want some flavor. Now, this is a good time, mushroom enthusiasts, to bring out my golden morels. They're freeze-dried. They need some rehydration. I think that we'll use, I don't know, 4 or 5 or 6, something like that. Yummy, yummy. We need this liquid in here. A little more wine. Oh, yeah. So what this is called is deglazing. The bottom of this pan here, in the culinary world, they call it the fond, F-O-N-D. The fond. And the fond is a lot of flavor. If you can clear that out of there and enjoy it, Please, please, please do. Okay. Now what's going to happen with this, because I don't have a plethora of saute pans to back me up, I'm going to put this in a smaller pan and let it continue cooking. I added just a little bit of water, just a little bit. That's okay. Now what's going to go in here? All right, I cleaned out, wiped out my pan, a little more avocado oil, and you know what? Let's have fun with this one. Let's use olive oil. We don't need to have quite as high of a temp on our sear, and we're cooking vegetables. The flavor of it's going to be fabulous. All right, so I have this. We have this kale. Got it in a nice hot pan. Yummy! A little salt and pepper. All right. We're getting close. Now I've got a nice surprise for you folks. The sauce for the sweet potato. Just a little fun. Just a little fun. We're in Vermont. Vermont maple syrup. This is from another vendor at our farmer's market. Thank you to the Ruane Farm. I'm able to consistently get maple syrup from my friends there. What I also have going in with the sweet is some spicy cayenne pepper. Not too much, but enough to where we're going to feel that in our mouths just a bit. A little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. Really, really simple. Most of us have these spices in our home, okay? And all I need to do with this is just barely heat it up and add some butter. And we have our glaze for our sweet potato that it should be coming out of the oven any minute. Now, the sweet potato that I put in there, it takes about a good hour. Now, because I have a little television magic, I put another one in there earlier just to make sure we'd have one ready. All right, we're close on this kale. Shoot. All right, we're going to do the same thing with the garlic. Almost. Just turn it down a bit. I don't want to burn my garlic. We're going to add some garlic in here. The kale is going to have some garlic that we sweat, some lemon juice, and some salt and pepper. Just want to sweat it, remember, just a little bit. It's already starting to brown on me. I'm going to turn the heat off. All right, we don't want to burn this. I have a few lemons. It looks like it's going to need at least one lemon, just for fun. I think one's going to be plenty. Just a little bit of acid in there to go along with the kale and the garlic. A little salt and pepper. Fun stuff. All right, we're close, everybody. Very close. Let's check out this sweet potato. I know we just put it in. Some of you are just tuning in saying, how did he finish that? Well, I've got a little television magic going on. Uh-oh. Fun. It's just right. So let's open this up. I'd like to take a look here. Hold tight. open this guy up, and we can see that it's really nice and soft, okay? Now, as far as plating goes, honestly, this is a large enough potato where we could actually cut it right in half. I'm going to put it on the cutting board. We could cut it right in half and serve it that way. We could peel it out of the skin if we liked. The skin's very healthy for you, and these are great sweet potatoes, so I'm actually just going to leave it on. I hope no one minds. Now, at home, you can make your own decision there. All right, let's see. Okay, here's a nice, I'm going to pull this back a little bit. You know what? Let's put it right here, everybody. Let's put it right there. I'm going to cut this in half because I think half is plenty. And then I'm going to cut it right down the middle. Look how soft she is. Woo! That's nice. That's really, really nice. Okay, you stay right there. And what I'm going to do back over here on the stove is just finish with a little bit of butter. A little butter is going to go on my wine sauce. If it's too hot, it'll break, so I've had it on a lower temp. Okay, so I've got that just building a little bit of a butter sauce. So what we did was a caramelized onion and garlic and morel mushroom wine sauce with butter. Delicious. Any of us can do this at home. Well, we all might not have the morel mushrooms, but you can use your favorite mushroom that you're able to get yourself. Now, I have next to this a glaze for the sweet potato, and this is Vermont maple syrup with cayenne pepper and a little bit of butter. Now, those sound like wonderful things that I would put on my sweet potato. Okay. All right. Yum, yum, yum. Please give me some. Just come on down to the farmer's market, everybody. This is a farmer's market to table episode, and how about a little more butter, just for fun, in our sweet potato. Here's our glaze. Wow. Here is our kale that we sauteed with garlic, salt, pepper, and lemon. It's quite healthy. If you were here in the studio, you could see how bright green it is. It's lovely. And, of course, our main part of our dish here is a local, organic, grass-fed sirloin steak. We're going to prop that right up there. And to top it, we have a tapenade, caramelized onions, garlic, morel mushrooms, and a wine and butter sauce. Yes. I'm kind of jealous. Whoever makes this for dinner tonight, you hit the jackpot. Flavor, lots of flavor. Supporting local. Having fun. That's what this is all about. Everyone, my name is Ian Vair. You're watching The Green Mountain Chef, and this episode was devoted to the local farmers market to table. Thank you, Peg TV, for all the work that you've done for us. Everyone, please stay tuned and watch our next episode of Green Mountain Chef. Have a great day.